Hello, Leading Age Virginia members and partners and colleagues and friends. Like many of you, I often reflect over the holiday season about family members that are no longer with us. And this holiday, I've been thinking a lot about my Uncle Johnny, my mother's brother, who tried desperately to have us call him Uncle John as we got older, and we never did because he's Uncle Johnny. I've got an Uncle Bobby who's the same thing, signs things Uncle Bob. But once you start as a kid, that's who you are. My uncle was a really simple man. He loved his family, except for one sister. Not my mother, of course. He loved his bird, which I cannot share his name because it's really inappropriate. But if you want to know, just shoot me an email. He loved his parents. He loved work when he worked as a security guard at a high school. And unfortunately, he had some not so great habits. My uncle was a smoker and he had some dependency issues. He did give up alcohol, but unfortunately, he couldn't give up his dependency on pain meds. In the last years of his life, he lived in my grandparents' basement. And one of the things he loved most of all was Christmas. As I was growing up and he was younger, he would show up at Christmases sometimes, not always consistently, but as he got older, he was there consistently. And he would every year put up a fake tree in my grandparents' living room, in their formal living room, and he would populate it with a village underneath. And he just loved doing it. Unfortunately, my uncle passed suddenly a few years ago. I got the call. He was at Georgetown Hospital, and I had the privilege and honor of sitting with him until his last breath. My grandfather and my mom had they couldn't do it, and I didn't want him to be alone. And I got to watch him take his last breath. And then support, obviously, my grandmother had already passed by that point, my grandfather and my mom, as we laid my Uncle Johnny to rest. I got to do a eulogy at his funeral. I'm the family eulogist. I might have shared that with you before, but all of this to say that my uncle was a simple man. And one of the things that he loved most of all, that gave him joy and that brought joy to my grandparents, was decorating that tree and populating the village underneath. And as I sit here and record this video, I'm staring at the bins that store that very village, because later on, my husband and my daughter will spend the evening putting that village under a tree in our room. So my wish for you this holiday season is that you are able to take moments and feel joy at the memories of those who have gone before, to feel joy in the simplest offerings of this holiday season, no matter what holiday you observe and celebrate, and that you will be able to just press pause on the very busy lives that we all lead, to reflect and to smile. And maybe there'll be a tear or two, but to feel the love of those that we have with us now and those who we've had with us in our past. So I wish you a fabulous holiday season, and thank you for all you do for those you serve, and thank you for being a part of Leading Age Virginia.